Joining me is head football coach Norm Esch. Talking with Coach Kim Nelson-Brown. Talking with Tommy Gilbert from the swim team. And joining us is Coach Oz of women's soccer. Welcome to the Titan Coaches Show. I'm your host, Derek Bohlman. Joining us, we actually don't have a coach right now. We have some volleyball players that are joining us. The regular season ended on Saturday. Joining us right now is Maddie Dryfhout. And Maddie, first of all, welcome to the Coaches Show.
Thanks for having me.
It's almost like a step up. You know, you're a player, now you're a maybe you're a player coach. Does that work?
Perfect.
All right. Any coaching in your future, maybe?
I would love to if I'm given the opportunity. I mean, I obviously want to stay in the game. So if coaching was available, I'd totally do that. That
is excellent. We'll talk a little bit about that as we get into the conversation. Let's start first of all with the Titans. Kind of had some up and down. Coach Nelson-Brown and I talked a week or two ago about a roller coaster ride through the season. Yeah. Well, we're kind of hitting that high point again. 5-2 in the last 7 games. The 2 losses, both against ranked teams, but you played them tough for both of those. Tell me what it's been like the last 2 weeks since you went to Wisconsin.
Yeah, so we kind of just as a team were like, all right, like we've had some ups and downs, but I feel like every game lost has been like a learning opportunity. And so we just kind of said, hey, this is the point in the season where we just kind of got to be consistent, really just give it our all. I mean, it's the last few games. Our big goal was to make the CCIW tournament, which we were able to do. So now just kind of going into this week, it's playing as hard as we can and just really taking all of the lifts and the practices and just putting it into this week.
Well, talk about making the tournament. You kind of, I don't want to say snuck in because you won your last 2 conference matches. You had to win the one against Wheaton. Mm-hmm. That was a do or die, and you went in, you took care of that in 3 sets. When you played Milliken on Friday night, it really didn't matter how it came out as far as you and making the tournament. But what I really like is the tenacity you guys played with. It was Milliken. I realized it was rival. It was a lot of fun. They brought a good student section. You had a good student section, playing on the big floor, a lot of energy in the building. Tyler, who's our video guy, was up there, and he saw I was standing by the 3rd set. And I stand when things get exciting. Pup will tell you that. But I was up there. I mean, I had the blood flowing. I was getting as good a workout as you were out on the floor. Tell me what it was like to play on the big floor with both teams having a crowd there and such a great competitive match.
Yeah, I mean, it was so cool, especially just having all the fans there and it being a really big game. It was senior night, too. I know Milliken was fighting to try and get the co-championship with Carthage for the CCIW. But, I mean, we came into that game and we were just like, guys, let's just give it our all. I know that we're in the tournament, but let's play it like this game kind of decides that. So it was really fun to just see everyone come out. Just all-out defense made it super exciting, and it was just a really fun game to play, having everyone there, and the energy in Chirk was just absolutely amazing.
Well, you talk about keeping the ball and playing all that. Man, there were some long rallies. Yeah. That I was worn out. I was getting out of breath with as fast as some of it was going. Thankfully, KJ was up there with me on that to make those calls. What do you think were the key moments in that match?
Yeah, I mean, our defense is just absolutely crazy. I know we have Faith Washko as our libero, Courtney Heffron sticks to back row a lot, and they're just never letting balls drop, which definitely gives our setters, our hitters, makes our job a lot easier. I thought we got a lot of good blocks, too. I mean, just keeping the ball in play, covering, popping any loose balls up. I mean, I thought balls were down, and then I see someone flying in with one arm and getting it, and I mean, I think that was huge, not only for keeping the ball in play, obviously, but also just giving us that momentum.
Well, as a hitter, you see somebody make that dive and get that ball up. What's going through your mind as you're getting on your launch pad?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just getting really excited. I see Faith go and dive for a ball, and I'm like, okay, I want to put this down, and let's end this play. So, I mean, seeing my teammates make these crazy plays just gets me more excited and makes me want to hit the ball.
You know how many digs you had as a team Friday night against Milliken?
Not the exact number, no.
125.
Oh, my goodness. That doesn't surprise me, though. I mean, so many long rallies like that, and, just having, so many digs, just it helps us so much.
And I realize some of them, are right at them. They don't have to move and stuff like that. But out of 125, I'd say 75, there was a body on the floor.
Oh, absolutely. And that was it. Like we just said, like before the game, like let's just give it our all. Like play like this is going to be the game that gets us into the tournament. And I think we did that really well.
So how do you carry that now? And I realize you played 2 matches after that on Saturday. But let's jump ahead because Tuesday night, which when this airs, we'll already have played the match.
Yeah.
But we're talking here on Monday. Tell us what the attitude is. I'm assuming you had a little bit of a practice yesterday, or maybe a film study or something.
Yesterday we had off because then we had 2 games on Saturday. So today we'll kind of go in with just practicing, focusing on tomorrow. But yeah, our attitude is definitely like we've played Milliken. We know kind of where they place the ball, but we also know they're going to come back a lot hungrier and try and just knock us out of the tournament. So for us, it's kind of just controlling what we can control, maybe clean up a little bit of the points and maybe not win it in 5, win it in 4 or 3. So that's kind of our focus is being disciplined and just staying strong.
Well, when you got to go into their place now and play them because they're the 3rd seed, and kind of give our listeners a little bit of a background. Milliken went into Friday night. If they won, they were the 1 seed. And then depending upon what happened with North Park, North Central, they could have been the 2 or the 3. Well, it broke bad for them.
Yeah.
They ended up with the 3 seed because you defeated them. So you earned the opportunity to get that rematch, but now you have to go down there. What's it going to be like to go into their place and play?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be high intensity and high pressure, but I think our team, especially these past 2 weeks, have proved that we can play really well under pressure and that we do well with high intensity. And so we've kind of been mimicking our practices that way, doing a lot more like sprints if you don't win a game or something and just mimicking that. And so we just got to be ready for bigger crowds and then just doing what we can do and controlling what we can control.
Well, I talked about turning points in the match. I think one of the turning points, you didn't play in the first 2 sets?
Correct.
And then came in the 3rd set. And I think when you came on the floor, it changed the pace and the momentum of the match. And you really brought things in, a different look than what they had seen, and really changed some things out there. How do you feel about coming in a situation like that?
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of time my freshman, sophomore year, and, like, we've just had so many transfers, so much, like, new talent. And so I've kind of, like, taken a step back a little bit. But, like, I've, like, always been a competitor. I've always wanted to be the one that has the ball. Even if I'm going to hit it out of bounds, I still want to swing, which probably isn't the best. But I came in and I was just like, I want to do this for my team. I want to do this for the people who are making all these crazy plays. And so I just got to give it my all and hit the ball. So
I'm sure most of the hitters out there have that attitude of give me the ball, give me the ball. Who on your team is the one that when they say give me the ball, and I'm thinking Coach Nelson Brown, when she played, and I talked with her dad a couple weeks ago, when she played in college, big match, she hit one and didn't get the point, and it was a match point, and she turned around to her teammate and said, feed me again. And I mean, that was a quote from her dad that she said that, and she put it away to win the match. Who on your team is the one that's going to say that and the setter is going to go, okay? Yeah, I mean, 2 definitely stand out to me. Our new, like, freshman outside, Taylor French, she's just absolutely amazing. She's had crazy stats, and she's just a big hitter. Like, if you want to end a rally, you're going to her. But someone who I also think just has that, like, tenacity is Ellie Eager. Like, she'll turn around after a big block or a big hit, and she'll just turn and scream, and she's definitely one of those momentum people. So when she wants the ball, like, you want to give it to those 2. Yeah, I love the ones who give those primal calls or yells or whatever. So we got another teammate of yours that we're going to bring in here in a few moments, Lily Summers. Tell me a little bit about Lily. Now, she's not listening, so you can give me all the good stuff. Yeah, I mean, she's been one of my best friends for the past 3 years. She's in a sorority, so we're not living together anymore, but I think she's also just one of those people that brings so much energy. She's such a consistent player, and she's been really big for us this year. So, and she's also a captain. Me and her and Eddie Macris are captains, and so seeing her leadership has been really, like, amazing this year, too. Well, I appreciate you taking some time out of your day coming up here and go beat the Big Blue. Yeah, thanks for having me. That is Maddie Dryfhout, and we're going to have Lily Summers joining us here in just a moment.